The living... Welcome back.
Nice to...
Don't get too used to the local militia's lax at the Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more bandits on the road.
Que larde. I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. He doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? I apologize. Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you? I assume that's... Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? A human. He must have gone farther than I thought. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. Bandits, smuggler.
You know how many so-called adventurers I've saved out there?
It's an intrepid occupation.
3. This month.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map. When he last... If you find him, you...
Well, that's our marching orders then.
Yeah.
Your armor could use some work. Let's check the watermill for some. Oh, look, Parody's and ladder. When heated, the resin forms that strengthens weapons and armor. Incoming Sorrow. Oh no, don't! Those Arabs must have been scavenging supplies too.
Just like the good old days.
You got everything you need to fix the armor. Let's head to camp. I think there's something on the upper floor. You might be able to reach it from outside. Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place. Pargrunan built these walls. Careful. Looks like spiders nearby. Trying not to spook you.
You're mine now!
Wilds are getting deadlier by the day. But people have to eat.
Seek!
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Odd. Didn't used to be this open. I can take care of that if you want.
Here it comes.
I got a bad feeling.
One for you!
That's a bad way to go. Ready? Aim. It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush that house.
That's one for us. hot.
The scourge invades. Claw it out.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Show me what you got. Time to rally.
Unseek!
You're right.
Unseek!
You're not looking so good. Look up, envoy. You're not looking so good.
That's the clap. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
You're mine now. Watch the left. Not looking so good. Coming from the right. Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. I wouldn't have stood a chance against that. Oh, Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our... Keep it close until we're back at the embassy. I prefer to take bad news in the comfort of my office. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. Envoy?
He raises a fair question.
On my honor, as your countryman, his death was not of... We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a stray... The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one... We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad. So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? But you... Very well, if you say so. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do? You suspect a connection. Interesting. Ardra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. And maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. We were drowning in our nightmares for so long. Your hand was a branch. Escape! We reached for you. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured. But you too are alone in your strangeness. Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled like us? It spreads and festers. Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? A cold mercy. Better to bend the bars of the cage, bend them and break them, then turn them on the captor. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we... But a favor for a favor. Would you... We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide. Do you wish this a favor for a favor then? This place shall heal, and you retire. New again this world, new again words. We will...
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
I've said the same thing after a flask of Arak, but I know better than to trust that feeling.
I think you may have overexerted yourself. Once we're back in civilization, bed rest is in order. Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security, sees enemies lurking around every corner. Ah, I heard that you two had a connection. Well, the Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only... We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually benefit... Stay out of their way, and... Make sure and use that to your advantage. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia... Ah, Envoy, what you've done here is...
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this. Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that there. Can she?
Yeah.
You are full of surprises, envoy. I'd heard God Knights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire throat. Guess your Emperor really did seem the right person for the job, huh? Still,
The path to Paradise is tad overgrown, but I can... back.
After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is. Nice work. That'll help against whatever we face out there. I haven't seen this much excitement in a while. You know, for most people, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Steenrick, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position. I should ask you for some good campfire stories later. Good to know. Though, people around here have reason enough to be twitchy as it is. Talk of the plague inland has folks stirred up. More than usual. Is that why the Emperor sent his personal mystic to the Living Lands? Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry, these are unusual times. Now that we've seen the Dream Scourge, I understand what the fuss is about. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case. And unfortunately, the presence of so many adherent troops, and I think that's why the Clavenger... Exactly. Paradise has been quiet lately, but I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your state? Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy to last out here. I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while. It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sense, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands. Don't get me wrong. It's a great city. In part because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business being here. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter. For a lot of people, the living... It was, for some. Not always the types you... That's what some fear. Hilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Stilgarode smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew. Envoy!
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? The space within emptiness. A cave. We feel the souls of multitudes. A current. We could dip our hand in once. We are trapped like wasps in amber. But you... This place does not matter. The branches of... An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison. A festering block of corruption spread. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind. They hurt you, but we do not hear why. Soften. Quiet. You would accept the winter before spring, but you do not understand. Your soul is in... But we can help you. We could send justice. The minnow can slip the fisher's net, and the fox chews its leg off to escape. We will use our waning strength. Breathe deep.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem. You're alive, somehow. That's what counts.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. A voice? I take it you don't mean Liviana ordering me around.
There's something I still don't understand. A resistance to poison isn't a
What does this mean for him? Should he expect other than coming back from...
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible. Sounds like the echo of a past life. I wish I could tell you more. This is far beyond my expertise. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. I don't blame you for your misgivings, but Runeed is the real thing. Go and see for yourself. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that... the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived. But head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a
Don't worry, which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is... Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up anymore. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for... And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Any injuries?
Hey! I had a dream about you.
Envoy, could I speak with you? So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right? Interesting. Say, would you be up for helping out some down on their luck Adiran? Galarde. Lawfled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before they admitted to having a checkered past back then you'd struggle to find an Adiran in the city. Well, let's stick to the matter at hand. Anyway, with all these Adirans coming in, Lawfled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adirans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and but you can. There are herbs in the wild. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folk. For the hero who braved the strangle root?
Ending with flattery, you said.
Agressima. Oh!
You died. But you're here. God. Am I glad to see you?
Gosh, that's... Wow. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but... You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but... I think I Is that the lady who brought you back? Teach, the ambassador's secretary. He told me you got sniped the second you walked through the gate. Thwack! I couldn't believe it. I mean, talk about getting off on the wrong foot. Anyway, don't worry about me. The Sawbones is going to escort me to the clinic any minute. Not until I get...
If Adir's medics are anything like Rawatai's, we'll hear your screams from...
Oh? My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears, the floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our we're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. I fear for their life. Gods, do you mean? They descend? You'll know. Especially my brother. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober. Guess Adir and discipline doesn't...
Another glorious battle. Here it comes.
I don't think the new owners like company.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this.
Step right up. I can please buy some. You